Whiteboard to Success, episode number 11. For number 1, it says, Mrs. Newfield thinks of a number that is greater than 7 and less than 8. She doubles the number. Select all the statements that could be true about the number. Let's see. Mrs. Newfield thinks of a number that is greater than 7 and less than 8. So pretty much anywhere between 7 and 8. So it'll be 7.5. And if she doubles it, then it has to be greater. If it's 7 or 8, if she doubles it, it has to be either 14 through 16, because 7 times 2 is 14 and 8 times 2 is 16 when you double it. So it will be anywhere between 14 and 16. So look at A. A says the number is greater than 11 and less than 12. That is going to be wrong, because the minimum you can have is 14. The number is greater than 14 and less than 16. That's the one that we want. And then C, the number is greater than 15 and less than 17. That's going to be incorrect. It can't be, well, it's greater than 15, which is true, and less than 17. That's also true. So it'll be B and C. Because as long as it's less than 17 and 16 is less than 17, that is a true statement. So B and C are both correct. Remember, if she doubles 7, you get 14. If she doubles 8, she gets 16. So anything between 14 and 16. B is right because it is greater than 14 and less than 16. And C looks like it's wrong, but it's actually correct because it is greater than 15 and it is less than 17. For number 2, it says Mr. Liu spent 4 3/4 hours doing lawn work and then 1 1/2 hours cooking. Write an expression that can be used to determine how much more time Mr. Liu spent doing lawn work than cooking. So it's subtraction because it says how much more. So now it's 4 3/4 minus 1 1/2. So first step will be to find a common denominator, which is 4 and 4. This one can stay the same. For the bottom will be times 2 times 2, so 1/2 is really 2/4. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and 3/4 minus 2/4 is really 1/4. And that will be the answer. Now if you want to just write an expression, it will be 4 minus 1 plus 3/4 minus 2/4. And that would be your expression that has been converted with a common denominator. This 4 plus that 3/4 stays together, and then the 1 and the 2/4 stays together. You're subtracting 1, and you're also subtracting the 2/4, but you're not subtracting the 3/4. That's why it's their plus symbol right there, an addition symbol. For number 3, it says Jacob used 6/7 cups of chocolate chips to make a snack mix. He used 1/14 of a cup of chocolate cookies to make cookies. Chocolate chips to make cookies. Writing expression that can be used to determine the amount of chocolate chips in cups Jacob used all together. That's addition. So it's pretty much 6/7 plus 1/14, and then your expression would be find a common denominator of 14. This one stays alone. This is really times 2 and times 2, so you get 12/14. And that is your expression. And if you're to solve it, you would get 20 over 14, and that's called an improper fraction. And 20 over 14 is really 1 whole with 6/14. The reason why it's 1 whole is because 14 can go into 20 once, and that's why you have 6 left out of 14. And then 6/14 is really 1 whole and 3/7. And that's the end of episode number 11.